In the name of Allah, who is kind and merciful. Dear and potential students, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I am Nasser, English lecturer, Department of English, CUST. Subject is Study Skills. Subject code is ENG 112. Lecture first. Topic is Library. Outlines of this class are definition of a library, introduction, types of libraries, importance of a library, library rules and regulations, and references. Learning objectives of this class are: by the end of today's session, students will be able to understand the importance of libraries, to know different types of libraries, to follow the rules and regulations of the libraries. Definition of a library. Dear listeners, first I would like to define what is a library. A library is a place where books and other materials are available for people to use or borrow. A collection of books or other forms of stored information. Introduction. Libraries are the treasures of knowledge from the birth of human beings. Libraries are always utilized by the human beings for their bright future. Human beings made their today brighter than the previous day, and tomorrow brighter than today. If we study the history of the world's famous and prestigious libraries, it becomes clear that these libraries were rich with different sources of books. Due to these libraries, new branches of knowledge have been emerged. Love of reading books led to success in all ages, in all times. There is a dire need to have deep love with libraries. Libraries and education are interlinked. No educational institution can stand up without libraries. The textual requirements of the schools, colleges, and universities cannot be met with books only. For further studies, there is always a need for extra books for colleges teaching and universities researches. University library. University is a higher educational institution where education and research flourish side by side. Due to the width of different subjects, there is a demand of modern books and magazines. There is a central library and departmental libraries in the university. Types of libraries. There are some types of libraries. Academic libraries. These libraries are generally located in colleges and universities. They provide quiet study space for the readers. children's libraries. These libraries are intended for juvenile readers. They include storytelling, session for infants, toddlers, preschool kids. National libraries. These libraries are state libraries, or they serve national or state repository of information. They do not borrow books. Public libraries. Public libraries provide services to the general public. Reference libraries. Reference library do not lend books in other items. They can only be read at library itself. Digital libraries are those libraries that house digital resources. Importance of libraries. Library is an important cornerstone of a healthy community. Libraries give people the opportunity to find jobs, explore medical researches, experience new ideas, get lost in wonderful stories, while at the same time providing a sense of place for gathering. Plethora of scholarly sources. Textbooks are no longer sufficient to provide in-depth knowledge. Different kinds of books are available in the library, which are the sources of learning. There are abundance of books in the library for various purposes. A student of library needs other books except course books, because only course books cannot meet with the requirements of higher studies. Personality development. Libraries develop the personality to greater extent. They formulate the habits. They promote curiosity. These are the sources of innovation because they develop critical thinking. They endorses desirable study habits. The society is molded by the libraries. Improves concentration. Library is a silence zone. Due to pin drop silence in the library, knowledge can be acquired. The reader has to be silent in the library. The environment is quite fit to focus and develop concentration. The silence in the library throttles all distractions, promotes reading habit. Addiction to techno-sway devices has marred the habit of reading. Every person is the victim of this wrath. It is really difficult to shun once addicted to it. While a library plays a key role in promoting reading, it plays an indispensable role in developing literacy. The library is the perfect place of thinking and learning. Increases awareness. A library opens a world of wisdom for students. Apart from academic books and magazines, it keeps abreast with the latest development across the world. The library is a gateway to the new horizons of learning. One can be updated in no time by the library. Library rules and regulations. Students are allowed to library only on production of their authorized university ID cards. No personal belongings and textbooks allowed inside the library. Using mobile phones is strictly prohibited in the library premises. No call should be made or received in the library. Borrowed books are non transferable, and a borrower shall remain responsible for material issued to him or her until it is returned. Books books should be handled with care. Marking on the books, tearing pages, etc., are the most objectionable and may lead to initiation of stringent disciplinary action on the member. Issuance of library books is limited to two for students. Returning of books is mandatory before the due date mentioned in the due date slip attached to the book. All bags, cases, folders, etc. must be left in the luggage area. Seats may not be reserved. Users are not allowed to reshelf books after taking them from the shelf. Leave them on the study table. Foods and drinks should not be taken to the library. The following materials can only be used within the library: reference books, newspapers, journals and magazines. References: library resources, organization and classification, Publisher Allama Iqbal, Open University Islamabad. SlideShare Net Mobile. Thank you very much.